Hello, dear ones, and thank you for tuning into this weekly transmission from the 12 Angels of Atlantis. To complete the transmission of last week, do you remember the force of Yeshua's entry in last week's transmission was so great that I became really overwhelmed and simply couldn't continue. The vision and the voices of the angels became silent. So this is recorded on December the 19th, and it's the day that 3i Atlas is closest to our planet. And so the angels are again bringing you a powerful cosmic blessing of silver white light from the Christ being, from Yeshua. And Yeshua is escorted through this transmission by Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Shamael. They will reveal themselves to you. For they were present with him during his life in Judea, believing him always to be a cosmic being placed on earth to heal and uplift humanity through unconditional love and divine wisdom. So the central themes of this channeling are love, the acquisition of truth, and information about the grand event, which is already underway through a blue wave of Pleiadian plasma that is literally moving over and within the planet, that is heralding in the beginning of 2026 the Blue Lady as an evocation of the Divine Feminine, which you've heard me reveal in prior Radiant Revelations. And this will all encourage you into a deeper experience of heart-centered living. So the angels are also providing revelations of 12 ancient sound and light codes, which they're calling destiny codes, that were used by Yeshua to maintain his radiant force. And these will be presented to you during the Winter Solstice online retreat, which is December the 20th and the 21st. These codes, you see, will help you download immunity from the source. I mean, can you imagine having your own light language, which will heal all of the challenges and dissolve fear and hatred and challenge and difficulty and so on and so forth. And don't worry if you're viewing this post December the 20th and the 21st, because there is a recording. And so before I go into the meditation, I want you to hear from myself, from the team, from the angels, happy, happy Christmas. And we will look forward to seeing you in the new year. So join me in this meditation. What I'm going to do is to breathe really deeply and open up my pranic cord, open each of the 7 chakra and then the 8th chakra, the universal heart, go deep into my heart. This is where I hear the angels' voices, and then I'll open my eyes and reveal. And for those of you who are new, I keep my eyes open all the way through this transmission so that the angels can communicate light through my eyes and through my voice. It's called having focus. Bless you. So join me in this meditation. Greetings, beacons of light. Yes, greetings, dear ones. We 12 angels are with you in this festival of light. We are deep within, sharing with you the powerfully luminous love light of the Christ being, which is transmitted to you from the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source. And so take a moment to shift gears. Perceive by yielding to your heart. Yes, open your hearts. And firstly, just pause. And breathe all of the breath out of your body. Empty your body. And once you've breathed out, pause. Feel the need to breathe. And then breathe in. And as you breathe in, feel the pranic cord through your spine filled with silver white light, filling your body with the beauty of God's breath, and then pause, and then let the breath out. And as you breathe out, allow all of the negativity that you harbor within to be expunged. And then pause, and when you're ready, breathe in, and breathe in the silver white light as a loving gesture from the Yeshua. Pause, and then empty the breath, breathing out any point of resistance. Empty, pause, feel the need, and again recovery in, feeling the whole of this light fill your energy field, and then breathe out, and pause, and rest. Dear ones, this pulse is gifted to you from Yeshua, gifted to you from higher vibrational beings within the cosmos, the ascended masters and mistresses, for they draw light from the Divine Mother, Father, God, Source, from the sun and the moon, and from 3i Atlas, and then communicate this one truth beyond all abstraction, which is that love is all there is, and that anything else is a huge illusion. This love of the Christos, which is generated by the rays of reverence and devotion, allowing you to feel adoration and jubilance from the purest of forces within the glory of the cosmos. We say to you, a grand event is occurring. A wave of blue plasma light is moving across your planet and within, awakening you to the trail of its metaphysical power. This is not an accident. This is a celestial occurrence that witnesses a mass opening of divine consciousness upon the planet of Gaia. Therefore, this means a sacred realization is gaining momentum to bring forth the lens of pure spirit and the loving awareness of who you are. And of course, this means that you can leave any fear, any contempt, any worry, or any anger far behind. Remember, it is your job to release these pollutions rather than to project them into the world. Before you lies an epoch-making landscape of shift, as your crystalline planetary grid incorporates the blue wave from the Pleiades, filled with compassion and unconditional love and empathy and, yes, the grace of carefrontation. Carefrontation in its deeper light, altering the constitution of your whole world. Think. You see, carefrontation is an alternative strategy from the one that has been perpetrated by the old establishment. This new force, this carefrontation, brings forth the essence of loving care, grace-filled truth, as accepted realities, producing virtues that may be celebrated by the majority rather than just by a few. And as you feel these virtues by living them, in the truth of integration, you will see that the illusions have been created by the 5 major establishments, and you will see that the obfuscation of power that has been used is present. You will see the manipulation of truth concerning the coercive force that has led you to fear. You will see the easy acceptance of suffering as a normal. Yet if you wish it, you will also see these processes will change, for they will birth a very different frequency and resonance within you. And this is what is called your ascension. Now, Archangel Gabriel, the divine messenger, and Archangel Shamael, the divine guide, are stepping forward to communicate paramount truths. And they say, "We love you. We praise that you choose not to normalize the darkness of fear, the force that leads some of you to dark and cruel acts. This is not the high vibration of your soul's blueprint. This force simply wants to control through the ego, through anger and contempt. Instead, dear ones, be of pure heart. Be as emanations of the light. And find vibrational matches in all of your relationships. Do not stay where you are not wanted. Feel your vibrational matches in relationships mirroring your peace, your love, your harmony. And do not be drawn into the darkness of fear and pain and isolation. You can feel the echoing pain of suffering upon your planet, deep within human bodies, because the field of humanity still contains the resistance to the light. And so once again, in the name of the Christ light, let the breath go. And when you are empty, breathe in and feel your breath turn into this silver white light, filling your pranic cord and expanding through the whole of your energy field so that your auric field is now vast around your body. You see, during this time of shift, the Christos light is enveloping each and every one of you, liberating all suffering wherever you may be, respecting that all things are a karmic choice, but atoning any shadow complex. And for these humans, there is much celebration. For your heart-soul matrices are opening, and through them there is cascading the pure ascent of love. So as you breathe these pulsations of silver white light, conjure fierce wisdom, bring fierce wisdom to see your soul standing in the light and not moving towards the division of negativity. This fierce wisdom is the force of the creed of your everlastingness. It lies within your heart and is amplified by Archangel Hanael, the sacred warrior angel, who vibrates consistency, constancy, courage, confidence, certainty, and conviction. So your experience of fierce wisdom means that many of you will celebrate empathy over apathy. And again, let all of your breath empty. And when empty, feel the need to breathe in the pause and then recovery in, silver white light. And feel a balm filling the whole of your being, spreading all the way through your energy field, and let the breath go. And then breathing in your own rhythm. This grand event that we have spoken of is an energetic transition of the greatest proportion. And this will create a force of correction within the energies of your Gaia, moving all towards the strength and potential of the light of love, and therefore away from the holographic distortions of the truth that were inserted into the Gaia's consciousness millennia ago by Archon energy. You are standing on the cusp of a new reality. And so you may sense two directions opening before you. One sees humans clinging onto the collapsing narrative, where the awakened are trivialized and mocked, where abuse is offered as a norm and is defended, whilst the real truth is ignored. This is the grand illusion of the lies. This is not truth. Whereas the alternative paradigm, which many of you are living, we see this. We see this because your hearts glow, and as a result your energy fields expand exponentially. And this gives evidence that the followers of freedom initially may face great darkness with their light, and yet are compelled through fierce wisdom to live out their belief, saying, "No, we do not agree." The people of this realm, you, are willing themselves to even more effervescent love. And they see this clearly through their lens of love, enduringly with love, because your love is everlasting promise. You see, dear ones, if you be within this truth, the truth will nourish you. It will grow you, it will change you, it will evolve you. And the chalice of truth knows that your heart will only concede when it is broken open, not broken down. And so please remember, this grand awakening is not an intellectual contract. It is your soul's agreement. And feeling is the language of the soul that will lead you to the truth of all feelings. It is not interested in the sheer gusto of your opinions. So be aware that standing in the light is not an avoidance of what is occurring in the dark. Rather, it means that you peruse the depth of the darkness behind you and choose before you to move towards the radiance of the light. And so you will refuse to join the world of cruelty, the world of injustice. Even through moments of revenge, you will dispel it. For these dark feelings will recalibrate into courage and fierce love, converting the revenge and scorn into compassion and forgiveness, just as Yeshua did. We know this, for we archangels, we Gabriel and Shamael are our names, assisted Yeshua in the Garden of Gethsemane on his last night, before the Master's transmogrification on the cross. So, dear ones, every time you choose integrity over fear, your energy field and pranic cord will be strengthened. They will flare with glory. They will shine with inspiration. And this will become a blessing within your communion, for you will always be empowered by the greater light. For remember, when you choose to love over tyranny, every force within the cosmos bends towards you to aid you, moving everything to support the nobleness and the divinity of your cause. And in this, the Christos sees you as a pillar of glorious and courageous light, quelling the darkness by your love and your peace. And so therefore review the human who has weathered the storms of life, who has felt the force of the world's opposition and yet has arisen. Even when vilified, that person has become the beacon of light as a loving force. This is the most powerful witness to the light upon your planet. And so, dear ones, allow your words to become a frequency that helps to uphold and uplift the truth of this light, dispelling all other things to what has been your past. And we will fervently help you in this quest, as we do right now within the light of this received transmission. And we will give you 12 ancient sound light codes. We call them destiny codes. Yeshua used them, and they will be revealed during your winter solstice retreat. This will be a communion of light, of infinite grace, to amplify and strengthen constancy within your being. And this will be preparing you for the events of 2026. These codes will allow you to maintain unconditional love, compassion, patience, and forgiveness, the love of the Christ. For you see, Yeshua used these sound and light codes to consistently elevate his consciousness. For whenever a high light enters a system based on fear, resistance from the status quo is created in an attempt to destroy the light, until, for example, you, as Earth citizens, no longer allow this to be so. So the destiny codes are given to protect you, to uplift you, to dispel negativity. And they will increase the light quotient of your body as they are emitted through one of the most sacred and ancient languages of your planet. And therefore you will feel the chalice of your heart polished, reflecting the light that is at present drenching your beautiful planet, the energy of the Christos and the Pleiadian blue wave. And Archangel Gabriel and Shamael are now coalescing back into the communion of their other angelic beings. And so we will leave you now. We will leave you to meditate on the essence of this divine transmission. So allow your whole being to be saturated by the love light of Yeshua. And if you can, watch this video twice, thrice. Soak in the sound and light transmissions that we provide through our emissary's voice. And in just a little while, you will see that you have always been exactly who we angels want you to be. Sustainable love and joy are the messages, for what you want wants you. And so farewell, dear ones. Be within the divine I Am presence, and remember, your self-love is the divine light that lights the stars. And we will meet again, we promise. It is destined to be thus. Namaste, namaste, namaste.